Welcome in, everybody. We are working on some cute little critters today. I think I want these arms to be chunkier. Uh-oh. What's happening? Did Photoshop just crash? You could not do things because of things. Yeah, I think a little chunkier is better. But we also need a little bit of more floof. A little more chunk. A little more floof. Basically done with the basic shape here. And now we're just trying to get... They look like little rats, and I'm kind of okay with that. But here we are. Here we are. Welcome in. It is... Oh, there's a cat. You know what? All right. All right, cat. Let's go feed the cat real quick. Be right back. 1 second. Here, come on. Come on. We'll go take care of you. A bloop, 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 bloop. So this is supposed to be, we have a death dragon and a cyber dragon, and both of them are very cute and fluffy, and I don't know if that's appropriate, but they're supposed to be babies. So like, maybe this one does need to be chunkier? And then we give him the like weird bone, alien bone tendrils. And then this can be his ribs. That's not terrible. I kind of like the idea that he's just a little rib cage there. But then he like... It looks like I've drawn Pate, is what it looks like. Looks like I've drawn two little rats. Two little rat dragons. So I think what we should do... This is not like the 10th time redrawing this. Like it's slowly getting there. Yeah, it's slowly getting there. I think I need to draw each individual one now and then really play with it. So I think we're gonna draw this chunky boy first. I like him. I like what we did here. And then we'll see if we can just fit the other guy in there too, because he's the least of the two designed. I tried something where I thought, let's see if it's saved. Maybe it didn't save it. I thought I had put the... No, yeah, it didn't save it. Okay, I'm gonna put this back up. I'm trying to put the minimum flow pressure to 50 so that all of my lines are at least 50% opacity. And I'm hoping that will give my artwork a little bit more a little more of an oomph. It could be awful. But we'll see how it looks here in a second. When I turn off the lines. Yeah, you know, I'm not digging it as much. Let's try again. Do something like that. Corvus, welcome in.
Hello.
Good morning, good morning. Boop, boop.
I'm so tired.
Did you wake up early or did you have to do stuff today?
I woke up early thinking that I could get my medicine pretty early today. Nope. There was like no point in me getting up early.
Gotcha. That is wrong.
Because my ride was late, like always. So I called a different ride.
I feel like I've created a cyber owl bear. Which is kind of a dragon, but not really.
Hopefully they'll like it regardless.
Yeah. Hope everybody's having a fine Wednesday. A bunch of people are off school, which is cool. As it is the time for turkeys. Turk apocalypse. Poultry-ageddon, I guess. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for tomorrow's short. Should be dice. People like dice. Should be
Turkey dice.
Thanksgiving themed. We could talk about the turkey / duck hydra. I think it's a turkey hydra.
The goose hydra?
Last year I think we did a turkey hydra short. How's that look? That's cute, right? It looks a little lopsided to me. It's a little lopsided. Oops. Nose go up, eye go down. I'm not using my 3D knowledge. Make him look angry. Angry bird. This is why I always draw dragons in profile. So much easier to draw snooted things. You can draw them from the side. Ah. This is the problem I've been having, is like, I want this to be cutesy. Because it's a baby. But like, dragons just inherently don't have cute face.
I feel like fans of How to Train Your Dragon would take umbrage with that.
That's fair. Maybe I have the wrong references. I watched a short yesterday about one of the guys that worked on Lilo and Stitch worked on How to Train Your Dragon. And he's like, I didn't really have anything to say with the design of Toothless, except for the ears. I added the ears. It's like, that makes sense. But apparently the guy that did design Toothless really loved Lilo and Stitch, and so he was just like, I'm so glad you're on this project now. This is supposed to be the clean line layer. What have I done? What have I done? What? Hip? I've made it not cute. I mean, it's grumpy, but I guess it's still cute. It's the eyebrows right here that are making it not cute. What if we get rid of that? How do baby birds look cute without looking like grumpy demons?
I don't think baby birds look cute, personally.
Okay, that's fair.
Have you seen a baby bird?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna type in cute bird into the internet and see what happens. See how many pictures it takes to get a giant bird with tits. That's not my goal, I just know it's gonna happen. Cute bird. Oh my god. So... I'm posting this in Discord. Top search. That's amazing. It's just
I mean,
puffball.
very cute.
But yeah, it's very cute. Okay.
But again, it's not a baby bird.
It's not a baby.
I don't know. It's baby to me.
Drew, welcome in.
Hi.
I'm surprised you were here.
Yeah, me too.
The trick is you gotta get up early enough that Drew doesn't burn out before the stream starts.
I've got family in town. They went up north to visit my sister, so they'll be gone for the afternoon, and then we're gonna have Thanksgiving dinner at my sister's house.
Today? Oh, and then...
Tomorrow. No, tomorrow.
Gotcha. So you got the house for yourself today?
Not entirely, but the young kids are up playing with their cousins for the whole day. They may stay the night, they may not, I'm not sure. But they're all excited about it.
Seems like I need smaller beak.
Yeah.
Smaller beak.
That one has like a predatory bird or vulture beak going on.
Good point. I mean, it still needs to be a dragon, right? At the end of the day, it needs to be a dragon. Maybe I give it something like this. More of a snoot than a beak.
Do you need chubby T-Rex reference?
Yeah, I do need chubby T-Rex reference. Somewhere in here we got. So this is what I'm working with. Like this is the last sketch I figured out that I like. But now I need to really make this guy chubbier. Over here. And then this little guy, I think same thing. And then that'll give us a nice little like heart shape. Looks like balls. What have I done? What have I done? That's great. Chubby T-Rex. That's what we need. Wang. Drew, did you want to draw today?
I mean, when we move on to viewer suggestions, sure.
Okay.
Actually, it would probably be quite good for me.
That's good.
That you say. I'm kidding.
I haven't done anything creative in the last couple days.
How do I get rid of this? I think the eye shape is just bad. Like, I want... It's supposed to be it's a baby cyber dragon, right? Like, whatever that means. And they didn't want derp, which I'm good at derp.
Yep.
See, even that's pretty derp.
That's super derp. That's basically your kobold, but as a T-Rex plushie.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need... Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Would that screw up? No, that would fit. That would work. I feel like with a cyber dragon, like it's a helmet. It's not really like a...
Yeah.
I don't need teeth per se.
I mean, you could always give it a dino skull mask.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what this one's going to be, right? Like, this one's going to be just a skull, because it's a death dragon. So I'm going to make it look like a skinned rat.
Right.
I like the little bird, but I think this reads more dragon. Maybe I don't need that eyeball. It's a different vibe. It's definitely a different vibe. I don't know how far back I can go. We'll see what happens. Nope, I've broken it. All the work I put in is gone now. What make a cute bird? I looked at cats. Like, I started with images of cats. And that's how I got to this. And I like the little, like, boop. Maybe it needs little ears. I'd also thought about, like, giving it little nubby horns.
Mm-hmm.
And then giving it, like, light projected horns. Which was interesting. But I don't know if it works. It doesn't read quite right. And it's starting to read more and more like a bird. So I think I'm going the wrong direction. I think I'm going the wrong direction. Let's turn this little guy into a lizard. Maybe we make him like a big gecko.
That could work.
Cyber gecko.
cuteness with birds really just boils down to a very simplified round shape.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this crest isn't the right thing either.
Yeah. Because, like, blown glass bird sculptures are, they are super cute, and they are just blurb with tail and beak.
Why do I keep trying to give this thing a beak? I don't understand what I'm doing. We're going toothless now.
You're so dead set on beak that you're just subconsciously doing it.
Yeah.
I'm drawing something cute, and I want to draw like a... I think I just want to draw an owlbear is the problem. Instead, we'll do Appleseed bunny ear things. That's always a crowd pleaser for robots.
True.
Big Wi-Fi antennas.
Maybe that should be your warm-up sketch, an owlbear. Get it out of your system.
Just sketch an owlbear.
Mm. Cute for lizard is same as cute for most everything else. Big eyes, small nose, derp face, or derp mouth.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mm.
I want him standing on his own tail. I think that's the biggest thing I think I gotta make happen. Is that better than this? That's the question. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? Oh my gosh. No, that's not better than this. I do think the eyebrows are actually breaking it. So I think we're gonna go. What if we do this? And we combine the two concepts and give it big old floopy ears. And we just leave it blank. I like that. That's pretty cute. Maybe a little unsettling, but I can live with unsettling. Druid, I didn't actually ask you this last time, but I was making icons, and I made the icon for Corvus, so he's got a little thing, so people know he's there, which I should have like a be right back sign on him.
Mm-hmm.
so that I can turn it off and on. Boop. If you have one or something, I will add it. If you don't have something, like you don't want to spend the time to make one, I will make one for you. So would you like to make one yourself, or should I make one for you? I realize that it's work that I'm imposing on you, which is why I'm willing to do it myself.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't particularly want to.
Okay, then I will make something.
Okay.
There's a lot of happy little shapes in here that I like.
Yeah. They are just little guys. I do like the changes you've made. It feels less like Tiny Griffin now.
Mm-hmm. I think that like it really is. When you're trying to do something like cutesy and cartoony, it's just it's a. How can you simplify it? Just keep simplifying.
Yeah.
Keep taking away until it's mostly just shapes. I think the toothless reference actually helped. It's like, oh yeah. Like, what makes a good dragon head? Make it look like a cat. And then I'm gonna make them fluffy, because all baby cute things are fluffy.
Yep.
It's gonna look like an armored kitten, but that's okay. We'll give it little spikes. Ooh, what kind of... I guess maybe the spikes would look just like the ears? It's pretty slick, so maybe instead of spikes, it's just like... chunky little flutes. And I like the big... I had a collar here. Like an iron thing. So I'll probably put that back in. And we'll have the hair come underneath that, so it's like... blood out. Nope, I like the rounder chin. You doing anything special for Thanksgiving?
Not really, just family in town. And, other than that, it's, I won't say bog standard. Thanksgiving is really big for my family, but it is pretty simple. It is just spending time with family.
Mm-hmm.
Often we'll have a family reunion and lots of food. And lots of people in my family are really good cooks, so...
Your sister's a baker, right?
Yeah. Not professionally, but
okay.
But like she studies French patisserie, yes. For fun.
That's pretty cute.
That is very cute.
The baby sapper dragons lose their fur slowly over the years. As their internal heat slowly can maintain itself.
I'm looking at Pachycephalosaurus skulls.
Wait, what?
Pachycephalosaurus is the dinosaur with the big chrome dome the heads for bashing.
Yeah.
And the babies have much less developed of the like round head plate that gets smashed, and they've got tons of like a whole frill of really what look like dragon spikes. So they make pretty decent dragon reference in my mind. But it's interesting because there's a little bit of a debate. It's either there's different genera of them, and where the smaller ones have more spikes, or hatchlings and juveniles have
Oh yeah.
to have like frills of spikes.
That's an
Probably
interesting
a combination of both, and then as the babies grow and develop, the sexual dominance display, bashy skull part gets bigger, and the horns and spines shrink.
Yeah. I was reading something years ago about that, about trying, they were having trouble before genetics testing specifically. They were having trouble deciphering whether welcome in. Whether some species of dinosaurs were actually just juvenile versions of other dinosaurs or not.
Yeah.
They're like, uh-oh. Like, because there was gaps in the food chain, essentially. Like,
Yes.
especially for T-Rexes, I believe. Like, juvenile T-Rexes have to hunt something different than larger T-Rexes. And so they were like, so is there just no medium-sized dinosaur that is this big? Because the baby T-Rexes fill that niche? Or, like, what's happening there? And I don't remember how it actually played out, but I remember that being something interesting that caught my attention. I like that concept of dimorphism that happens.
Yeah. Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong, which is a YouTube channel that I love, did a video in the last couple months about Quetzalcoatlus, the largest pterosaur. And it looks like they were reviewing a bunch of the kind of recent scientific data, and one of the papers suggested that the prevailing theory for a long time was that Quetzalcoatlus was at least partially a scavenger, and they thought that they were kind of like vultures because their face scissors were kind of seemed like they were perfect for really cutting into big sauropod carcasses. But like the paper that they went over talked a little bit about those predation niches that needed to be filled, and the paper posited that Quetzalcoatlus was actually it ate a fair amount of smaller stuff, and it used its big long giraffe neck and its beak basically like chopsticks to snatch small and medium small prey.
That's kind of I assumed it was either like a fisher or ate other flying creatures. Because like that's what we see with creatures with really long snouts or really long necks, like birds, is they're snatching stuff out of either they need to bend down and pick something up, right? Or they're diving, using their head as like a spear and just like snatching something. So
these are cormorant and heron.
Exactly. So the Quetzalcoatlus, according to this paper at least, seems to be a good fit for because they lived in an alluvial plain. So they seemed to be a megafauna version of a my brain cannot function.
A crane?
Of a crane, yeah. A crane or a heron.
Okay, that boy's done. Now we gotta rebuild the little skull boy.
I think I'm gonna hate this run of medicine that I'm on now.
Yeah? Does it make you feel bad?
Yeah, I am just already exhausted from being up early, compounded with this mess, and that makes me really drowsy. So I'm just like,
Mm.
Can I get a Cubone in the chat from somebody?
Sure.
I had to take some like weird painkillers when I was on no, I said that wrong. When I had kidney stones, like the stuff they gave me. Yeah, we're just gonna make a Cubone, 100%. The stuff they gave me for that like made me dizzy and tired. So I was just like, I felt like I was drunk. It was just like, cool. I guess I'll just lay down and feel like shit for a couple hours. Like, it's like I'm not in pain anymore, but now I feel awful.
yeah. And it's definitely like been long enough since I first took the medicine. I was like, yeah, it's probably in effect right now, and I'm just barely chugging.
Yeah, and if you need to take a nap, go take a nap. I'm not gonna blame you.
Also, there's King from the Owl House.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's kind of a dragon. Just skull face. I wasn't gonna give it any eyes because I thought that was interesting. Like it's just the skull.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once again, I'm running into the issue of it's grumpy. It's grumpy. Which maybe is okay. Maybe it's okay. Let's turn this bad boy back on. There is something that happens when you are doing art like this, where I'm sure everybody, if anybody just comes in and looks at this, they're just like, what is happening? Like, what is this cluster of scribbles? But it makes total sense to my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like looking through it. And I always feel bad about that. Nope, I just made the whole go to the skull. That's not what I want.
Trust the process, people.
The problem is that I'm the only one that can see it.
No, I can interpret it a little bit, or fairly well, I think.
Hello, Elliot.
Elliot,
I'm sure you can interpret it better, but like it's, in my opinion, it's easier to read than the way I start every drawing with a super fuzzy, yeah, a smudge silhouette.
Sure, that's fair. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process.
Yep. I have a question for you, Jared, though.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good low-fat, low-carb snack? I feel like if anyone's gonna know this, you would know this.
Druid has to eat like all the bad foods just to make up for not eating the good foods.
It's kind of true. I actually need to be on fairly high fat.
I have an eggs.
I mean, if you take the yolk out of at least half of the eggs, then sure.
There's a really, really good almond cracker that I was eating for a while when I first started my diet. It's like Simply Almond, I think.
I may have seen that. Let me see.
Yeah, I've had those. They're fine.
It tastes like just a chip. Like I just got the sea salt, right? So it just had a little bit of salt in it, very little bit of salt in it. But it's just almonds. It's just almonds crushed into a cracker. Those are really good. I kind of want one now that I'm thinking about it. What if I do this? What if I make it cute? What if I don't
Something
infer?
like these. I hate Amazon links.
Right?
What?
Yeah.
They just are so needlessly long.
It's because they're putting all the tracking data in there too. Just
Yep.
stupid. But yeah, those are great. I didn't have the cheddar ones, but
I mean, the chair sounds pretty good, not gonna lie.
I've had the cheddar ones. They're not quite as addictive as Doritos, but they're pretty damn close. I have sat down and accidentally eaten an entire box.
yeah, the boxes aren't too big either, which is the
Yeah.
other side of it. Like, a lot of times cracker boxes are like, oh yeah, here's 12 servings. I think those are like 4 per box. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's
not a
like-
lot for the amount of money you spend.
It's like 4.25 ounces. It's a single box.
yeah,
And then you can get like a pack of 4. Which probably is just a smart thing.
Mm. Yogurt is low-fat yogurt is a good option for you probably.
Yeah. I should just got the yogurt when I saw it at the Kroger. It was just a mess. We were being
oh yeah. You don't go shopping
Yeah.
today or tomorrow.
No, no.
it wasn't even this week. It was last Friday, and it was just chaos. And it's just like I regret asking my mom to stop here because this is a hot mess.
My number one snack is carrot sticks, and I have a hard time recommending them because I've choked
Yeah.
down so many fucking carrot sticks.
We're doing. I get I used to get snap peas, sugar snap peas.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just out of season and they taste awful right now. So I've switched to green
Yeah.
beans because there's always
I-
green beans.
I have some green beans. I just need to find a nice way to fix them other than just
Oh, I eat them raw. Oh my god, so good.
oh.
Just pop them in the mouth. I don't like it. I don't like this. This one was way cuter. What did I do different here? I think the downturn
Too much
nose.
details on the teeth.
Is too much detail? Is that what I did?
I think so.
Let's try
Like
Let's try again. I like the overall shape here, so we're gonna keep that. Here we go. Attempt number 12.
yeah, though Elliot, my issue is not so much joint inflammation, but liver issues.
Yep. My problem is joint inflammation.
I'll try to find some of these almond cracker things.
They're good. My dad.
Actually, I won't be
when-
able to find them here at my grocery store, but
When I first had to switch my diet, my dad tried to buy me a box of those and send them to me from Amazon, and he accidentally bought like a whole crate of them, so I had like a year's supply of them.
nice. Nice.
So, yeah, they lasted a while. They're good.
Like, honestly, if we still had the boxes, we got these weird like chickpea flour puff chip things.
Mm-hmm.
They were okay. Could probably use them, but no one at the time. No one was eating them because it was just like these are kind of not great.
Something that I really noticed that helped me with snacking was like once I stopped overdosing myself with salt.
Mm-hmm.
When I craved salty things, I could just eat normal things. Like,
Yeah.
like regular popcorn unsalted is pretty good once you stop eating it.
Yeah, I very rarely add salt to anything. I've always been like that. Like
Yeah.
when we would fix our own French fries at home, I would never put salt on them. It's like nope.
I would always ask McDonald's to give me fries with no salt, and they still salt them sometimes. It's frustrating.
Yep.
But
Heck, the oil is probably salted.
could be.
Probably.
I was trying to figure out why I just got my blood work back too, and all of my stuff is down, which is good, but I still need to like raise my good fats and stop eating bad fats. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
crap? Because I've switched to all these different things, but then I'm looking at it and like, there's super conflicting data about like coconut oil.
Yeah.
And it's like, coconut oil is great for your heart. Coconut oil will kill you. And I'm like, well, apparently it might kill me. So,
Maybe just
know.
avoid coconut oil.
but like that's this thing. It was supposed to be a good alternative, and now I don't know if it is.
Mhm.
So,
It's like here, how I every time I see like, used to see commercials for like corn oil, specifically like Mazola. They were like, "Oh, it's super good for your heart." I'm like, "Is it though? Is it?"
compared to eating other things.
Yeah, better than
Snap
larder
pea
margarine.
crisps. Yeah, I keep seeing those at like Costco and stuff. The problem is they are super high in oil, which is weird. Like
Yeah.
they
Oh,
seem
are
super
they?
healthy because they're like,
Mm.
oh, it's made out of snap peas. It's like that's great, and then fried, and it's like, oh.
Yep.
Okay, never mind on that then.
5 grams of fat.
Really? Okay. I mean, they seem really greasy. So
The ones at the bottom of the bag for sure.
maybe. I like them. I've eaten them at other people's houses, but oh, actually, those aren't the same. Hold on. Maybe the Costco ones are just yeah.
Not great.
Maybe they're just not great. Maybe there's something different.
I think it's the same brand,
Is it?
just probably it might be different packaging.
So something. Yeah.
But yeah, they're just
Yeah.
they're basically
Oh, there you go.
They're like not uncheesed. They're not dusted with cheese, but they're kind of like the same texture as Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
They're made out of field peas. So
what?
Wait. Say the first part before the filled piece.
they kind of are like the texture of Cheetos, but without the cheese dust added.
Oh.
How are we so fat?
Because I was gonna say filled peas is black eyed peas.
John
I
avocado oil is expensive, but
That's what was like the confusing bit for me. It's like
field peas are a type of field pea. I'm thinking green split peas.
yeah.
it's been Ninja Boy. Just got off the phone with my doctor telling me about my liver function. To jump into a chat about you guys talking about food and liver. Yeah.
Yep.
Corvus and I both are
Sorry.
having liver issues, so maybe it's just that time of the year,
3 old men complain about body issues.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
I fortunately do not
2
have
old men
liver
and-
issues.
someone not as those.
Nah, I figure anybody whose body is starting to break down is old.
Yep. Mine is entirely, most likely, my fault.
That's kind of how I feel too. It's like I have a
Combined
genetic
with the
component,
fact that-
but then it's like I need to exercise. I need to exercise more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I scrolled down to my like recommended based on your browsing history. I forgot I was looking at bullwhips one day on Amazon. Like, oh yeah. I kind of wanted to get into whip cracking because it seems fun.
It is. It's fun. Dangerous, but fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody.
When
by
I
the
was
way.
looking on Amazon for like low carb, low fat snacks, because this, like, I don't eat a big meal until like late into the day. So like, I want something to like tie me over throughout the day.
Yeah.
What was someone say?
For our, like-
intermittent fasting is just skipping breakfast with a fancy name.
Pretty much.
Exactly. And so obviously there's lots of keto stuff popping
Yep.
up.
And
But
Atkins,
also-
you'll find plenty of Atkins stuff.
Oh, the worst diet food.
I know, right?
But the weird thing is, I keep seeing Rip Van waffles keep showing up.
Rip
Oh.
Van
Which is like a-
Waffles?
Yeah, so it's a Dutch like waffle company thing. So Dutch waffles are like really thin, like almost like
Oh, like Stroop waffles?
yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you would know what that was, but I'm glad you did. But save time on me explaining. And so apparently they make like low fat, low calorie, low carb versions of them. I was like, huh.
Popcorn made with no oil. Yeah, I love popcorn, and so I cut out all the salt and I started eating popcorn. But then without salt, it was a little meh, so I started putting butter on it, and I think that was my downfall. So I've been using coconut oil to make the popcorn, and then putting butter on it, and I think that's slowly destroying me. So I'm gonna have to stop doing that. Probably
And
too
you
sedentary. Yeah.
use is like grapeseed oil good for you, or
I don't know. I don't know. I no longer know. And I just don't trust food anymore.
be a dietitian?
Yeah.
Generally speaking, no polyunsaturated oil is actually bad for you unless it's gone rancid, in which case it's pretty inflammatory. Problem is basically that everybody eats too much fat and too much sugar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really, I think my problem would go away if I actually did the exercises I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I need to make a routine of doing that.
Should we take a 5-minute break right now and just do exercises? And then do some viewer
Sure.
suggestion?
I mean, I've got some anti carpal tunnel exercises I should be doing that I haven't done in a week.
Let me, this tail, I want this tail to be bone. I want all of it to be bone. So that's just going to be time consuming. I think this is pretty good. I think we're pretty close. Having two cute little baby weird dragons. This one's going to have a bone wing. This one's got the little like floaty cybernetic wing. I think we're good. So I think we're pretty close to being able to do the viewer suggestion here. And then I will be done with this, and I have one more commission to do. And then commissions will be open, which will be awesome. So we'll do that soon.
I'm trying to
I'd like to do a
find that.
video for next month. So I need to draw the polar bear.
Again.
Again, yep. Yep. I rewatched the Why You Should Play a Polar Bear video, and I'm like, I can do way better than this now. I think like, so I think it's time to redo that. And that was one of my first videos, so I think we're in a good place. Okay. Yeah, let's take a quick break. I'm gonna drink. I also need to double my water intake, which I'm not doing. So that's a thing. I'm gonna do some planks. Treadmill for your desk. That sounds pretty awesome. And some push-ups. So I will be right back. Everybody hang tight. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. You guys are welcome to hang around if you want. I'm just gonna switch to the BR back page. And I'll
I'm
be back
going
in a
to do a
minute.
clean break. So, I also will be back.
Oh yeah. Hello? Anyone back yet?
Hello.
Hey.
My arms are on fire. Just moving my arms should not make me winded.
Yeah, it does though. Like the exercises you're doing are not easy.
I'm just like
A bit like
one of them is like do 20 like hand clenches,
mm-hmm.
like with your arms out in front, and then do 20 more with your arms stretched out, like side by side, like wingspan. And those hurt. And like the other one is like making little circles with your arms,
mm-hmm. Yep.
and it's like 20 one way, 20 the other way, and then 20 wide circles, and then one way, and then 20 more on the other reverse. And it's like,
Yeah, it's full on calisthenics. It seems benign, but it works a lot of really small stabilizer muscles, and they get tired fast. Hello, Lorem Ipsum. Welcome in. Rook is on a exercise break. Corvus and I are just hanging out in the interim.
like right now I'm just trying to like build up my arm muscles so I can like actually start doing push-ups and other things.
Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I think this is going to be good. So, Drew, did you want to draw today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will set up Aggie real quick. Ow! Burned myself with coffee. Lauren, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Let me switch back here. It should be the same link as last time, so.
Okay.
Because I'm lazy.
I'll scroll up.
Do we want a different background instead of the paper? We've been on this paper for a while. So.
Yeah, we have been on this paper for a while. I'm down for whatever.
If you wouldn't mind deleting your old stuff, that would also be helpful.
Delete it? Okay.
There's a lot of a lot of layers. They're also good though, which makes me sad. But
Each druid.
it's because we've been drawing on the same one for
Yep.
a while.
They're all saved out. I've got them all saved as images, so it's not a big deal to wrap them.
How's this one? What's this one look like? That's not bad. We'll do that. A little bit of paper speckle.
Yeah,
How you
I
doing
like
so
that.
far? So good. So far, so good. My brain is just broken.
Yeah. Lorem Ipsum over here in the U.S. We're celebrating. Today is Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah.
Thank you, some random Quaker lady from the 1800s.
I want to eat turkey. I want turkey.
Never mind. I don't think she was a Quaker, but she was an abolitionist.
I mean, so were most of the prominent people in that time period of to the U.S.
At least the ones I care about were abolitionists.
The Kellogg's brothers were abolitionists.
Anti-masturbators.
Dead silence.
Not much to add to that. It's just...
Yeah, no, that is it's just spitting straight facts. Why can't I see my drawing? It's behind the layer. It's behind the background layer.
Good job.
Thank you.
Bow tie rugby.
Sorry. For some reason, being a little spicy today. At least towards druids.
I haven't. I just thought it was friendly ribbing.
Coffee. I didn't draw a turkey rugby yet, so we should probably do that. What would a turkey and a rugby become?
A threat.
A threat. I like the idea that, like, because rugby's in a rug, you cast polymorph on him, he just slightly looks different. It's a goldfish in a bear costume.
Like the rug does not protect him from the effects of the polymorph, but the polymorph spell can't affect the rug.
Mm-hmm. Give him the musketeer cap with a giant feather. Oh, turkey carving recipe. I was trying to figure out, like, why would that be a turkey thing? It's the turkey slaughter and the weird family member arguing about politics. That's it. Yep. That's it.
I don't know why the turkeys have to be pardoned, but they do.
Well, it's just one turkey. Until it dies.
It will be pardoned, and then it must be killed.
It's the,
Oh no, what I mean is it's the same turkey every year
Oh,
until
it
that
is?
turkey dies of At least in
Not
Georgia.
Well,
Because I met the turkey.
I thought only the president of the United States pardoned a turkey.
it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me if Georgia also did it just because.
Yeah. Yeah, I volunteered at a farm once, and there was a turkey there, a few turkeys actually. One of the people that was helping running the farm was like, "Yeah, that turkey been pardoned like 5 times."
It's like doing a firing squad, but one of the persons has an empty gun.
Yep.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah. And yes, lorem ipsum. Every year on Thanksgiving in the U.S., don't ask me why this happens, but a turkey gets taken to the White House and is officially pardoned by the president. It is tradition. I don't know why.
They did a Rick and Morty episode on it.
That does not surprise me.
Oh.
Don't you have to be don't you have to commit a crime to be pardoned? Technically, yes. I think the crime is being a turkey.
Yep. So the first ever turkey to be pardoned was by Lincoln at the behest of his youngest son, Tad, who wanted to spare a turkey named Jack. However, it didn't become an official thing until 1947 with Harry Truman.
People are mad. What can we do? Quick, pardon a turkey.
Yep. Make him forget all the weird, bad stuff we've been doing.
Yeah. John Miller's right. 2 turkeys get pardoned this year.
I was gonna make a really bad joke. I'm so sorry.
Ish. Never mind.
Turkey McFluffin and...
I think I may have been heading the same direction you may have been.
This year we're pardoning 2 turkeys. Chippers and Hunter Biden. He's just in there with like a little turkey beak on his head.
Like Pugsley from Second Addams Family movie.
Yeah, exactly. Eat me.
Why
Poor
do I always
dinosaurs.
forget about Adam's Family Values?
Is
What'd
the
you say?
baby from that movie canonical anywhere else?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. Because they've made like 2 more movies since then, right?
I'm not sure.
There's. I think it kind of exists as its own thing because the guy who played as Gomez, he passed away.
That's true.
So I don't think they've been wanting to like revisit it out of like outrage from fans.
The Wednesday series
And-
was really good, and I liked the Gomez.
Yeah, which was like technically more accurate to like what Gomez was in the little comic and stuff.
But the 90s movies, Gomez and Morticia Adams, like, those are couples goals.
Yep. You're like a unhinged beast last night.
They
Do
all
it
have their
again.
own continuities. Okay, gotcha.
Because like the '90s Gomez was like based off the old TV show.
Yeah. And the new cartoons that just came out and the Wednesday show are based off of the comic, like the original comic
Yeah.
strip.
Which I did not know for a very long time was a thing.
Makes sense.
Boodly-doo. Okay, let's do some viewer suggestions. We have some good ones today.
Which celebrity trivia? The original Gomez Adams from the TV show is damn it, Samwise's stepdad
Oh, interesting.
or adopted dad. But yeah.
Sean Astin.
Thank you. I was like, Sam Astin? Nope.
If you haven't seen him in 50 First Dates, I highly recommend that movie. It's so funny.
The roided up friend.
Yeah. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Calm down, son. Gnome Sorcerer, who's a jewelry seller and is decorated with gems and crystals throughout her body. So this goblin I have at the bottom, but no.
Yes.
So is Thanksgiving in the U.S. as important as Christmas? For family, yes. Like,
Yeah,
it's a big thing. And then Friday after Thanksgiving is when Christmas shopping starts, and so it's like the biggest shopping day of the year, or classically has been. It's slowly shifting since we're all buying everything online anyways.
Yeah.
But like, so Thanksgiving is like the kickoff for the Christmas season, and that's, just as huge. So
Yeah. It is just as big and important as Christmas. They are very different holidays, though.
Yeah.
like we celebrate the 4th of July with like barbecues and stuff, but Thanksgiving is a different thing. Like,
Yep.
4th of July is like you hang out with your family in your neighborhood. Thanksgiving
Just a
is
party.
Like, it's traveling. It's a traveling holiday.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3. A hobgoblin rogue in regal attire with slicked back hair and a mustache, holding a chalice.
There you go. Did I delete mine? I didn't right here.
Let me
Whoops.
You can note on mine, and then you can delete that too.
Okay.
Hobgoblin, Rogue,
Mustache Chalice.
regal attire, slick back hair, mustache, chalice.
Mine said gnome, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Gnome sorcerer jewelry seller.
All right.
Bedecked and bedazzled with gems. Or bedighted if you want to be even extra fancy.
Bedighted.
Yes. Basically another way of saying like decorated. So.
Behold my jewelry. I saw a thumbnail this morning for a video that I probably won't watch, but kind of wanted to watch later. Basically saying the new D&D rule set chastises everybody about, like, this game is not about physics. Like, what else did the thumbnail say? It's like, the rule book does not tell you how physics works. It doesn't. The game is not about the economy. And there was one other statement. I was just like, yeah, I'll watch that maybe. But I like that concept.
Oh god, I shared a picture about that.
Did you?
What was it? Well, it was a while back. An old D&D YouTuber. He doesn't make D&D content anymore. I don't think he makes any content. Danny Chappie posted a thing as like,
What happened to Chappie?
the game is not about the economy, so stop trying to break it, or also stop worrying about trying to break it.
Mm-hmm.
And a few others, but yeah, it's like, I remember the economy one and the physics ones for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the biggest problem with it is the gamification of the system, right? Like, that sounds really stupid because we're talking about a game.
Yep.
But like a great example of that is the Goodberry conundrum.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to sleep and we are fairly sure we're not going to go into combat, I might as well burn every spell slot I have, making good berries, because then we have just infinite food and healing for the next month, right? But that only works because, one, we have quantified the limit of spell slots, and two, you don't need any more, right? Like, those two things make that possible.
Yep.
Where in reality, like, the person in game shouldn't know how many spell slots they have left, right? It's just like, I can prepare or do X amount of things a day before I get tired, right? And so that's someone taking the in-world lore and gaming the system, because you as a player know your finite resources. And so in D&D, I kind of like the idea that, like, casting spells shouldn't be taken lightly. Like, they should be a rare kind of gift thing that you do.
Oh, here it is. It's also not Danny Chappie, it was Davy Chappie. Rules aren't physics, the game is not an economy, and combat is for enemies. there's other things, but yeah.
Maybe that's what I saw today. Is that him?
I don't know if he put out a video or not.
So it's, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's okay to do it, right? I would never stop somebody from burning spell slots for good berries. And I've also, like, I've created magical items that just spawn gold every day. It's like, at a certain point, like, gold shouldn't be the thing that breaks your game.
Yeah.
So do you put up a Christmas tree after Thanksgiving? I'm going to. My parents
There are people who already have their Christmas tree up.
Christmas tree, Christmas lights. My parents are in town to watch the kid and hang out with him. So I will probably take that opportunity to maybe hang my Christmas lights. But I don't know if I'll turn them on until, like, end of December. But yeah, we're probably going to put up a Christmas tree. Just because.
Yeah. The one I think I really appreciate them just, it's not, this, it isn't a rule, but it's just like, this is like what they would like people to do without like enforcing it, but it's like combat is for enemies. There are certain rules that apply only during combat or while characters are acting in an initiative order. Don't let players attack each other or helpless creatures to activate those rules. Because it's kind of scummy.
So that's an interesting concept. I'm a big fan of, like, if two people want to spar, you don't use hit points. Just don't. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, oh, are you two actively trying to kill each other? Like, you use non-lethal damage, and the first one to half their hit points wins, and then after that, maybe you knock them out, right? So, like, player versus player, I reduce the number of hit points required to knock somebody out, and then if you guys are sparring, short rest, you get all your hit points back. Like, nothing was lost in sparring with each other, because it just doesn't make sense to do that. It doesn't feel right. But if you want to kill each other, kill each other. I don't care. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, if it makes sense, go ahead. But, like, for me, it's just like, it's like the bag of rats thing. Or, I'm going to punch myself in the face to activate the ability.
Right.
I was like, but why?
What was the other one? The other, don't put it at Christmas tree till the 24th. Yeah, I don't know.
I know really, like, so the church I worked with kind of did that. So they put up the tree, but they refused to decorate it until the 24th.
Interesting.
Because it's a tradition that you don't decorate the tree until Christmas Eve.
That's cool.
Like, we weren't even allowed to sing Christmas carols until Christmas Eve.
That sounds like someone at the church just really doesn't like Christmas.
No, it's because it's not Christmas time. It's Advent. So you have to sing Advent carols.
Fair enough.
They were arguably more like Catholics than some Catholic churches I've been to, and they're not even Catholic.
She's got a big Flavor Flav watch on around her neck.
I need to remember how I did this hobgoblin because I'm liking the head shape.
It's better than Paizo's hobgoblins.
Agreed.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball there. I don't know that.
I think I also like it better than D&D than WotC's.
We get it, Druid. I'm kidding.
I don't like D&D anymore.
I don't hate everything that WotC's done. I just hate all of the corporate bullshit they've done.
Fair, fair. I'm just messing with you. I definitely prefer 5E's hobgoblins over Stag
Over
Edition
five.
Pathfinders.
Yeah, I'm with you there in design. I think that
It's such a. It almost feels lazy in many
yeah,
regards. Just like this is just a goblin that you've decided to give longer legs to.
Just a tall goblin.
Yep.
and not even in like a fun way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they've been put in a stretching rack.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on a second.
Rings on the fingers and bells on the toes. Here we go.
They, yeah. Since the last time we talked about this, the Paizo hobgoblins really remind me a frightening amount of the old animated Lord of the Rings. How the elves were drawn.
Yeah, I watched the Lord of the Rings, the actual Lord of the Rings, and it's all rotoscoped, and it's so funny how bad it is. Not badly rotoscoped, but just like inconsistent with jumping between like live footage that they're just multiplying onto the layer, standing right next to somebody who is rotoscoped, and it's just like, ooh, I wish they would have had the money to actually finish this movie. And then like they do the Battle of Helm's Deep, and then and then Sauron was defeated, and everyone was happy. And it's like, wait, what? Oh, okay, great. And it just ends. It just ends. It's super super funny. But then if you go and look at like the Hobbit movie or the Return of the King, where they actually had the time to just animate it, it looks so good. And like Elrond looks kind of like E.T. Somewhere between E.T. and Rugby. They've got little pointy ears, like weird headdresses. Just like, damn it, Frodo, get the hell out of here. It looks so weird. It's also my favorite rendition of Gollum is the weird, like, creepy.
The purple lizard thing.
Yeah. Whenever you say tall goblin, that's what I think of. I think of Gollum from the Rankin Bass cartoons. But oh boy, did that middle one just didn't do well. Gollum in there, you can tell that somebody was bouncing around and they were like photocapping it, but then like you have person proportions.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's supposed to be super emaciated, so I guess we'll just like kind of draw the body in there somewhere. And it gets really funny and strange and like kind of jittery. Because I'm betting their like motion cap guy was just like, everything is so over exaggerated because I'm betting it's animators that did it, not actors. This is the first time they did rotoscoping like that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
The best part of that movie is Saruman and Gandalf, like wizard, pointing at each other. Because every time Gandalf talks, he's just like, meh, like flinging wizard fingers at people. It's like, tone it down, dude. Derpy Sam's pretty good too. Oh, Mr. Frodo. Taking big enchiladas tonight. I love it. I don't really cook this week. Yeah. I'm going to have enchiladas for lunch, I think. I'd got the stuff to make like 2 big batches because we were going to go to my friend's house. And then his kid got sick, and we're like, well, I'm just going to make them here then. And now I have a fridge just full of enchiladas. Not enchiladas, I'm sorry. Tamales. Made tamales. I'm going to have tamales for lunch. Alright. Let me just take a whole basket. That is the other thing I like about Thanksgiving. Like, you make so much turkey that you almost have to make enchiladas afterwards.
Yeah, and soup, and
Yep. Surplus turkey day. Oop, I don't know what I did, but oh boy, is that not right. Okay, how can I make her look more bejeweled? What was the word?
I don't remember.
There's a magic card called Bedecked and Bedazzled. I think Corvus might have flown the coop.
He might have fallen asleep at his computer.
That's also true. So I would not begrudge him.
Me neither.
Should I give her a nose ring? Maybe a lip ring. Only one lip ring.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. What was the word you used earlier for...
Bedight?
Now I need to look what bedecked means. Decorated. Okay. Decorated. They both mean decorated. Great.
Yeah. But don't ask me how to spell Bedight. I don't know how to spell it.
Don't worry, I never ask anybody how to spell anything. Because I don't care. Haven't since the first grade.
adorned. Great. Welcome to the English language, where we have 5 words that mean the exact same thing.
Only 5?
I mean, Japan has like 20 different words to apologize.
Well, it depends on how you want to apologize.
Yeah,
Like,
those all
or
carry
not
different
apologize, but
connotations,
like,
so.
to say thank you. There's like, and each one, and the greater level, just more and more words. It's just like, apparently, the rudest way to say thank you is thank you.
I really like
Which is-
I really like the people that make sentences out of words that sound the same.
Oh, yep.
Those always make me happy. It's funny in a different language. It's just like, oh, they said the same thing 5 times in a row. But then whenever you find one of those in English, it's like, it's better. I like it more because I understand it.
The book hair, mustache, chalice. Regal dress.
The most famous example of this sentence, the same word, is buffalo, 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 buffalo. It's technically grammatically correct, depending on the usage of buffalo in the sentence, referring to the city animal and act of bullying.
Here you go, Jared.
Not bad.
That's the worst because he's a vigilante. So he is a kind of a rogue.
Rotoscoping is so weird. It creates like a sheet of sketch paper over a moving person. Yeah.
Yeah. When done poorly or quickly, I should say, it really does hit uncanny valley territory in a way that can be really upsetting.
There's the guy on YouTube. Someone made a program to like auto rotoscope. And Joel Haver, I think. Joel Haver did a pretty good job using that program to make a bunch of sketch comedy 2 years ago or so. And like, it can be used really well. Like, I think, what was it? Scanner Darkly was completely rotoscoped? No. Actually, it might have been Scanner Darkly. But like, it really is just... It was essentially the first step for motion capture, right? Like, instead of having a computer dictate the motion, the animators used transparency to copy the motion to animation, which is great. It was really cool. Very, very important that we like went through that step. The problem with it is like, it's when not used well, it can get really, really uncanny and weird. And part of that's because you're translating something from 3D directly onto 2D, and like when you're drawing cartoons, there's a lot of leeway and freedom that you can get away with. Like even in this thing that I'm doing here and that Druid's doing here, like a line is not there are no lines. There are no lines in the real world, so it's a little strange. Scanner Darkly was rotoscoped, but that film is always like 15 years old. Is Scanner Darkly that recent? I think Scanner Darkly is older than that.
When 15 years old is considered recent.
See you later, Lauren. Thanks for hanging out. ...2006, yeah. Okay. Like a lot of like another small example of rotoscoping would be some of the dance like animations and some of the really old cartoons were essentially rotoscoped.
Oh yeah, there's like I remember one
The
that's like
Ghost.
Betty
Betty
Boop
Boop, too.
and some guys singing.
That I think that was the first example of rotoscoping done. But it's just it's a really interesting way of referencing things.
Ed Calloway.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. I don't know what else to do with this. Besides, like, spending a ton of time making the jewelry look super fancy. Betty Boop is a weird thing that exists.
Yeah, I
Yep.
hate it. It did not age well at all.
Needed
It's-
a moocher, yeah.
Terrible.
I mean, a lot of those old cartoons just were not great anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is really funny because the people that watched those are the people that grew up and bitched about modern cartoons being too violent.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, right?
Y'all had not you all as in YouTube, but like they had like Tweety bombing Germany
Hmm.
in the Looney Tunes.
Which is why I like it. Vintage should look dated. Sure. Sweet, can I come back as an angry spirit infused with malicious intent? Wait, what? Is that the...
What?
Oh, I was
7
talking about
days.
listening to that song and getting cursed from it. You can come back as one of those big poofy birds. I knew a girl with
This is
snake bite
looking
tattoos.
less regal and more military.
Well, tuxedos are just scaled down military outfits.
Yeah, I know, which is why I was going this direction. But there's a difference between like
Well, he's a hobgoblin. They're all military.
You definitely got some Gomez Adam going on there.
Yep.
yep. It's the mustache.
Kind of reminds me of Gomez Winder in the first 90s movie at the party when they danced the mamushka.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't realize this, but my version of the Mamushka had been edited out when I got my copy of that movie.
What do you mean?
I rewatched it recently on, I don't know wherever the hell I watched it, and apparently like the original edit of it is like a 5 to 10 minute scene.
Yeah.
And in the movie version I had that I bought from McDonald's in the early 90s, because that's a thing, if the Mamushka scene is like this, they just cut out about this much of it, like 80% in the middle. So it starts, they singing, and then it kind of ends. And then Fester just goes off and is singing to himself. And I'm like, why is he so amped up? Like, it wasn't that long of a scene.
Oh,
And apparently,
Yeah.
when they originally showed the movie, it just didn't go over well. Like, it was too long, so they just like chopped it out, and then a bunch of people complained because it was gone. And it's like, well, there you go. Who knows?
yep. I've heard people
Alright.
complain because it was too grotesque or something. It's like look what they did to each other. They threw knives at each other. It's violence.
Yeah, who
Like,
knows?
have you not been watching this movie?
You were alive in the 1900s. You're ancient. Yeah, it happens. The 1890s.
The port.
We need some ankle bracelets. That's what we need. It's not a thigh jewelry. Okay, rolling dice.
I love thigh jewelry. If you're wearing thigh jewelry, it means you're wearing an appropriate amount of clothing.
Also, the weird like tunic poncho thing reminds me of one of the Link outfit in Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah, nope. I mean, I wasn't intentionally doing that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Nail gnome, artificer, potion maker. Another gnome. Dang it. I'm gonna give him the same outfit.
Just take off the head, shrink the hips.
I was looking at something. I think it was album art for some band that had a bunch of like adventures on the front of it, and they all had these giant. I can't remember the name of the actual. What kind of flasks are these, Druid?
Not a hip flask.
Elwire. Elmer. Elmire.
I don't remember.
These giant flasks, the big round ones,
Mm-hmm.
don't put potions in these. This is a burning flask. You're supposed to cook stuff in this. They're made this way on purpose to get it over all even heat.
You think people know this?
Erlenmeyer
Normal people.
flasks. Sounds right. I'm gonna look it up.
That does sound right.
I have no idea. I mean, I know what you're all talking about, but also I don't know what you're all talking about.
It's the big round glass flask used in chemistry.
Erlenmeyer flasks are these, the ones with the flat bottom. The idea here being that they give you a huge flat thing and then you put it on a burner.
Mm-hmm.
Before burners were really good, you do the same thing with this, and then this one you can rotate so that it evenly cooks things. It's called a boiling flask.
Real original.
The original. Yep.
They're still very useful in chemistry if you need like there's a thing called a heating mantle, which is basically a large electric heating element wrapped in Kevlar.
Yeah.
And it like covers like the whole like wraps and cradles a whole third of the bottom of the flask to give much more even heating.
The U.S. War Department recruited animators to do propaganda for short films that they were used to promote war bonds. Yeah. Pretty great. You want ampules. Yeah. So, like, these things are great for containing containing things.
Also, the first things you draw, that would contain, like, a large amount of liquid that you're not going to be able to drink in 6 seconds.
Like, that's the other part of it. It's just, like, nothing about the big round potion is, like, a good idea. Like, because it's a sphere, it holds a massive amount of volume. Like, it is the most size to volume efficient, right? Like, it's too big. And so I just thought it was funny that every single one of the characters was drawn with one of those. And I was just like, we need like real potion bottles. We need like legitimate bottles for things to be drunk, which could be like, you know, these little flasks, or it could be these things. Something that can be traveled and carried. Maybe they're just in little pouches. I don't know. But
I want
not this. Not this.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Rooker, do you remember the little wax bottle candies that
Yeah,
have basically
I
like
do.
syrup in them? That's what I want for a potion. Is basically it's
Eat it.
just a little thing you pop in your mouth and you can chew it.
Probably welcome
And
in.
yeah, and then spit the wax out afterwards, or swallow it if you want. I don't care.
When I was a kid, we had to turn on the Alexa. That's funny. What are we drawing? We're drawing a hobgoblin. Drew's drawing a hobgoblin, and I'm drawing a gnome potion maker. The wax lips.
Yeah.
I never understood wax lips. Like, were you supposed to chew them, or were they just funny?
I think they were supposed to be candy, but they were just sugar, paraffin wax, tiny bit of flavor, and like way too much red 40 food coloring.
Potion bottle should be like a tiny perfume bottle. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Ampules are interesting too because they're a way of sealing and containing liquid.
Yeah.
Especially like the interesting thing about ampules is they're only really supposed to be extracted with a needle. So they're built with a weakness here in the neck so that you can just snap them with your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you snap them off, the liquid inside of it is essentially vacuum sealed into it. So even if you turn it upside down, it usually doesn't fall out unless it's, I think, depending on the viscosity. Most of the time, things are thick enough that it's fine. And so you can just tip it upside down, stick a syringe in it, and so I don't know if you'd want to put a drinkable thing in an ampule because one, you break it, and two, vacuum. I'm sure you could just like blow into it and shoot all of it out, but it's neither here nor there. Bri, thank you for the membership. I'm going to be posting a few little work in progress things to the memberships here coming up because YouTube is trying to promote them. So I have to make 2 member-only videos before January. So they're probably just going to be like 5 or 10 minute little snippets of me talking about stuff. But I'm going to do that. I keep trying to release the YouTube Shorts on members first, but those videos don't do well afterwards. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I might stop doing that. He's a gnome. He needs a beard. He needs a beard.
At least a
like,
glorious
long flowing
mustache.
hair. Say that again.
So either a beard or a long flowing mustache.
Big mustache sounds pretty good.
Giant flowy eyebrows.
All right.
Which is a must for me with gnomes. As me and Drew discussed a while back.
Yeah.
My brows are finally growing back after the weird dude at the barbershop shaved them.
What?
Your barber shaved your eyebrows.
Yeah. Like not completely off, but like pretty short. Almost off.
Or why?
Interesting.
I don't know. He was just This is the same guy that like I asked him to shave my sideburns and he had to like shave my whole face to do that. I'm like, "Why? Like just make the sideburns thinner." It was a mess. So, I don't think I'll be going back there.
Jesus. Also, going to previous conversation about flasks, I really like these, even though definitely should not work for a potion. I just like the general vibe of them.
That's cool. Is that a bong?
No,
It looks like
it
bong.
is it's a Spanish style decanter that people would just like drink out of.
Okay.
They'll like hold it
I'm gonna
up
put
in the
I'm
air
gonna
and
put
like get a
healing
long
bong into my
stream.
game.
That you don't or do.
No, I'm going to.
I mean, hookah's a thing in fantasy.
You heal 46 from the gravity bong of healing.
But you're now cursed. You must eat a whole day's worth of food in 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's why hobbits eat so much.
One reason why hobbits eat so much.
I don't label any of my potions. I just tell what they are by smell. And he's out. Just that's the sleeping one.
Basically, this character.
Yep. Parfums. God, I hated that guy from... Oh, that's actually from Pathfinder. I thought that was the guy from Fairy Tale.
Oh, the grandpa?
No, the weird dude from the Pegasus Guild.
Oh. I never really watched it.
You know, I liked the concept of it, and it got weird, and I stopped watching it.
It's
Yeah.
like a really long running one, isn't it?
It has
Yep.
lots of filler.
Back
I
in the
really-
day when
I-
people wouldn't just stop.
I liked some of their early, the way they conceptualized some of their magic early on,
Yeah,
and then they just like
threw it out.
didn't bother being consistent with any of it.
That's what I was saying with like my biggest beef with that is like they set up the universe where the main character is unique because he basically has magic that makes him super buff, or vice versa. Like he is one super buff and has magic, and that's weird because wizards. Why would a wizard need to be strong? And then every wizard they fight from that point on is also super buff. It's like apparently the first wizards he fought were just shitty wizards. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
so
Because there's the ice dude.
yeah, he's
Who is
exactly the
also
same as the
buff.
main character. And it's like, oh, so it's not a unique thing. It's just
No.
And I like the idea that like he got his powers. He learned how to be a dragon from a dragon, right? Like,
Yeah.
so magic inherently can change who and how you are, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, because he meets like another dragon person later on, who's just like even more buff and bigger than he is, and it's just like, okay.
And all the dragons just vanished because they were like, well, here's some magic later. It's like, well, I want to know what happened. But
Deuces.
I never got there.
I also liked the girl character, the way they kind of handled her contract magic. I thought that was
Yeah, like the keys and stuff. I like that too.
yeah. It was.
I used
it was
to
a cool
think-
concept that we didn't really get to see enough of, and didn't really get to be explored.
See, I used to think that she, for some reason, was like Kagome, so like got isekai'd into the world.
She felt like
like-
that, didn't she? Because she didn't really fit in with
Yeah.
any of the other like magic people. It's super weird.
She literally just seemed like a normal high school girl.
Yep.
Yep. They just, and then I think if you keep watching, eventually you find out that she's like some rich princess lady, and it's like, oh,
Of
okay, well that's still once again, their continuity is really weird. And then at one point they just like time skip 20 years, and I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like I'm done.
Yep.
4 minutes left until Thanksgiving vacation. Awesome. But I still like a lot of things from that show that I take on. But one of the characters I hated the most was he was like a guild master from the Pegasus Guild, which also doesn't matter if you don't know what I'm talking about. But his whole thing was his magic was revolved around perfumes and smells. So he could do like illusory magic and stuff, but it was one of those things that even through the translation, he constantly is just like, perfumes, perfume. It's like, stop whatever you're doing. Use other words. Just like, you're not a Pokemon.
I mean, I like that concept.
Yeah, it is a
They're
cool
using,
concept. It was just a really annoying character. Which I think was the point. Like it's one of those like Excalibur
Yep.
type characters, right? They're like, oh yeah, everyone's supposed to hate him because he's just annoying as hell.
And yet everyone loved Excalibur.
I mean, everybody loves Tingle, so.
I don't. I thought Excalibur was funny, but also very quickly acknowledged that Excalibur could not have any more screen time.
Druid, you and I are wrong. I completely agree with you, but time has shown me that you and I are wrong.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I was just gonna say, I know like some people liked Excalibur for the simple fact that if you see him in the show episode, you know it's a filler episode, so you can always skip it.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
That's true. I have done that. It's just like, oh, nope. Nothing interesting is going to happen in this episode.
Yep.
Yep. He's just gonna call someone a fool and go on his merry way.
That was Soul Eater, though, right?
Yeah, that was Soul Eater.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fool. And then you meet the precursor of Excalibur in Fire Force.
Is he also annoying?
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's
Maybe it runs off of like the Kill la Kill scenario where like to be super powerful you have to like be embarrassed.
so
you have to give up all your personal skills.
I don't know fully how it works. So in Fire Force, there's this kind of, I guess the term is foil to the main character,
Okay.
Shinra, and this kid's name is Arthur, as in King Arthur, and he is super delusional that he like thinks he's a knight and everything, and apparently his part of his superpower is more he believes in his own delusions, more powerful he gets.
Sure. Okay.
And it's just like, and he has like a laser sword.
That would make sense
he
why
can, like-
Excalibur, like, he has all these rules, so someone just has to, like, really buy into it to... Doesn't Mako's dad use Excalibur at one point? Maybe not.
I don't know.
I never fully finished it, so I think I've only ever watched like 2 episodes of Soul Eater.
I rolled for my next one, number 5.
Tingle
A
is
were-tiger punk monk rockin' a sick pose.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Tingle is a cosplay aficionado and or actually thinks he's a fairy. So.
Isn't that the cat?
What?
Who's Tingle?
Tingle is this guy.
Legend of Zelda. Green onesie. Introduced in Majora's Mask.
Giant lips.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay.
Wants to be a forest fairy.
There's an
That's
Instagram.
what my brain thinks Tingle looks like. I don't think it's right, but like,
You're more correct than you think you are.
okay, Tingle is permanently burned into my brain.
Let me see. Hopefully, I had saved this reel.
He was a character that they put in specifically to be annoying, and people loved him. So they're like, well, yeah, just super realistic face for no reason. It's like, why? Are you a fairy? I honestly though, like, I think I appreciate him more than the guy from Breath of the Wild.
Construction worker.
No, there's a guy that wants to be a Broopy. Like, he wants to be one of the magical buddies, and so he like makes you go get monster parts and stuff.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's just annoying, and like you do the first 20 and he gives you a really cool set of armor, and then he's like, get me 400 more, and he just basically doesn't give you anything. And it's like, why did I do this? Like, this is not worth my time. And it's super frustrating. Tingles is disturbed. Do not like him one bit. Yeah. There was that happens from time to time though. I think the phenomenon that happens when game designers think something is worth way more than it is drives me crazy. Because in the new Breath of the Wild, maybe it was in the original one too, they would give you these super convoluted quest lines that, like, partially I don't mind doing some of the quests because I want the content, right? So that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, it takes forever, and there are parts that are annoying that you know they'd put in there specifically to, like, make it not challenging, but just, like, require effort.
Yeah.
And then they're like, here's your reward. It's a different color for your paraglider. It's like, I'm never going to change the paraglider color. I'm just not. I don't care. But that's that's the end all be all for their, like, biggest, hardest quests. And it's like, give me 500 rupees. That would be better than this. Like, give me 50 rupees. That would be better than this. And we've been replaying Paper Mario, and it's the same thing. Like, some of the best, like, long-term quests in the game are like, here's 30 gold. It's like, I spent 200 gold on items just to beat this. What are you doing? Why would this reward for this be 50 gold? And it just feels like that's something that the reward should always fit the effort required for the quest. And I just don't understand why game designers have that problem of thinking something like, oh, this is really cool. It's like, it's not. Like, this is nothing. The same thing happened with the new Zelda game too. The new Echoes of the Kingdom. Great game. I love it. It's super good. I recommend people play it. But a lot of, like, there's some really weird quests where they're like, cool, here's 3 mangoes. And it's like, thanks, I guess. Like, I don't need this. I don't need these mangoes. The potion system is kind of neat, but, like, I could just go punch a tree and get 3 mangoes. Why did I just spend 4 hours trying to beat this quest? So, super weird. They should have things in games for reward systems like that. And, like, potion bottles in the original game, like, when you completed a really long quest and they give you a potion bottle, you're like, hell yeah. Like, this is something that is functional and amazing.
Yep.
Tiny upgrades for things. Super worthwhile. Like, hey, your sword does 1 more damage. And it's like, ooh! Technically, it's only a 10% increase, but I will take it. Yeah. Bigger ammo pouch, bigger bomb pouch, bigger rupee pouch. Like, all of those are great rewards. And it always feels like a slap in the face when they're like, here's a random consumable. It's like, come on. Come on, game. Do better. I always forget that alchemists need a book. They need a spell book. Formula book. A grimoire, if you will.
A cookbook of family recipes.
Yeah, a cookbook. Cooking is chemistry. Baking is chemistry. I just made the Star Trek logo. Hello, Enterprise. I think it would need a spoosh through it because it's star, but close enough. All right, it's 11:40. Let's do some more. I'm gonna do at least one more. I don't think there will be a Friday, so maybe we'll try to do 2 more here. Let me go check on the kiddo. And then we'll roll another one. And try to do some more here. I like this little guy. He's fun. Maybe his hat's on fire. Just a little bit.
How am I gonna punk this up?
Your guess is
Gauges
good as
and
mine.
sorry, say that again.
I said your guess is as good as mine.
Ear gauges and a nose ring is step. But I need black leather and fingerless gloves. That'll work.
Fishnets.
Fishnet.
Fishnet arm sleeves.
On top of tiger stripes? No, thank you. I will do a leather vest. And I can add studs to, I guess.
I finally found the video, so. Oh, this is gonna be a random turn of events and topic that's switched to. But Drew, did you hear about like the young baby penguin that's like a giant?
Yes, I did. I
Like,
don't know what to think about it.
just like I'm concerned on how big he's gonna get.
Yeah, same. Because isn't he like already super big? He's not like he's in the Emperor Penguin enclosure. Is that right?
Let me see.
And if I remember correctly, he was not an emperor penguin, but he was like already got a couple of inches on his on their
Pesto, the penguin. He's a king penguin,
king. Okay, yeah.
which I guess is maybe another name for an emperor penguin. Oh, nope.
Nope,
Just a
they're
different.
slightly different.
Yep. It's also slightly smaller.
Supposed to be.
Yeah. Just weighs 50 pounds, or 22.5 kilograms. I'm just like, why is he so big? Yeah, so it looks like Pesto is 90 centimeters tall, which is just 5 inches shorter than what a emperor penguin, not emperor, but a king penguin is. Welcome back, Crook.
The formularies. King penguin. What are we talking about?
Pesto, the giant penguin chick.
Yeah.
Halfling
He's,
insurgent tactical cursed with lycanthropy. Insurgent tactician. It's another gnome.
Then he has to have a red beret.
Okay.
Because every revolutionary general or military person has a red beret.
Why is that? Because the French had so many revolutions?
No, I'm just like thinking of Che Guevara, who, though I think his wasn't red, but may have just been black.
I don't know.
No idea.
I think Che Guevara.
Did you say Cappy Che Barara?
I said halfling Che Guevara.
Okay. I thought we were trying to make a capybara joke. I was like,
Nope. Nope.
Bad. Would have been clever.
No, it wouldn't.
You don't know. I'm really happy that Z Frank has been posting Creepy Dave animal shorts again.
yeah. The Dashenhoon.
Yep.
I think my favorite would still be just the Chihuahua one.
The
Tony
Chihuahuas?
B's.
The cheesy Huza.
Yeah. I love that. My favorite is still the manatees, but specifically because of the line, a manatee is like a thumb, but uncircumcised. That like it never not makes me laugh.
Manatees.
Man-titties. Be nice to man-titties.
This is Bob. Bob has bitch tits. It always makes me think of that line from Fight Club. I think it's the first line in Fight Club, actually.
Never watched Fight Club.
Me neither.
Oh, really? Well,
Yep.
never mind. No one knows what I'm talking about then.
Sorry.
It was kind of self-explanatory, but don't worry about it. It's a wild movie.
That I am aware of. And I guess a lot of people think that Brad Pitt in that movie is peak masculinity.
He is like wiry ripped. And it's great.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as much as if I guess you don't do a lot of commissions, but 9 times out of 10 when someone gives me like a barbarian or something, they send me pictures from Vikings
Yep.
for the hair.
Uh-huh.
And before that came up, everyone would just send you a picture of Brad Pitt from Fight Club. Like, I want to look like this. It's like, of course you do. Everybody does. Like, it's just like, it's
Yep,
just abs
yep.
all the way down. It's essentially a JoJo character. In
Yep.
more ways than one, but that's fine.
I watched the yeah, it was a fitness coach, and they were talking about some of their clientele, and they said that like women come in when they sit down with a personal trainer for the first time and talk about their goals. Like they have they can have any number of people that they want to look like, but for guys it's always they sit down. I want to look like Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
Yeah.
Well, sorry,
And,
you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
yeah.
well,
No,
that's genetics.
that was his response. He's like, "You're never going to look that way." Let's.
It's not me shitting on you. You just are not
Yep.
Brad Pitt.
Yep.
And let's and his part of it was he talked about like part of that meeting is always helping people to understand reasonable expectations about what their fitness journey is going to be like, and trying to transition away from I want to look like a movie star and into I want to be healthy.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Like, I think that's one of the biggest follies of the Marvel movies
Yeah.
is like how do I say this the right way? No one can look like that. Even the actors can't look like that, right? It's
Yep.
it's very much a them being forced to look like superheroes for a very short amount of time.
Yep.
Mhm.
And being squeezed into suits that have a
Yeah.
hell of a lot of padding and
Muscle suit.
yeah,
So it's
And dehydration.
yeah, muscle suits.
muscle
and
suits and
dehydration.
dehydration.
So I think that's a kind of a disservice that happens, but it looks good. Like, I mean, that's the whole
Yeah.
purpose. It's performative. And it's the same reason
And-
that like when you draw a superhero character, you can draw them proportionally wrong. Like that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
So,
Like that one dude who drew Captain America.
that was just bad art.
That was really royally fucking up the foreshortening, realizing he didn't have enough time to fix it, and then saying, "Fine, we'll just render it out anyway."
Yeah. That guy got a lot of shit because he basically shouldn't have had that job. But
Yep. My
market
comic
was not
book
saturated at
nerd
the
friend
time.
agrees with that statement. Does not like him.
Especially a lot of like early X-Men comics and Spider-Man comics and stuff. I think that was the same guy that just never drew feet. He's just like, can't do it. Can't do it, not gonna do it. So he just hit his feet all the times.
Wow.
Not qualified
Coward.
for his job. But there just wasn't a lot of options.
Man, now I feel like I have to draw feet on this character.
You don't have to do anything, Drew.
I know.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Just feel like I've been called out.
Nope. I was making fun of that one guy. Hold on. I'm gonna type into Google Comic books. Doesn't draw feet. Rob Liefeld. Top search. Rob Liefeld doesn't draw feet. There you go. Deadpool 2 quote. Yeah, they make fun of him in Deadpool. Poor Rob Liefeld. Is he the one that drew that Captain America?
Is he?
I'm checking right now.
Oh.
Yep.
All the sense in the world.
He was using a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger as reference, and it's a bad picture, like, because of how Arnold was just like overly yoked and vice versa. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that I remember seeing pictures just before he made like the Conan movie, which I believe was probably one of his earliest movies ever. And it's just like,
He was
I was
huge.
like, I wouldn't want to look like that.
Yeah, I mean, he was Mr. Universe, right?
Yep.
I
I want
guess.
to. I want to be buff, but I never want to be so buff that I'm incapable of washing my own back.
Oh,
I used
that
to be
statement
able
reminded
to
me of what Sam Riegel said in one of the.
Mage
Oh,
Hand.
he didn't say it. He tweeted it out about a centaur.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Oh yeah.
I used to be able to
Oh,
clap
Sam.
behind my back. That was fun.
What was it?
I used to be able to like clap in the front and then put my arms back and clap backwards with the back of my hands.
Limber.
But it's because my shoulder blades were so fucked up and I had no muscle mass. I was just very limbly bimbly. And now I have too much muscle mass and I can't do it. Because my arms stop where they're supposed to. I was effectively double jointed, but just because I was so skinny. It was like a party trick I could do, and now I can't do it. Probably one of the reasons my shoulders are so fucked up, anyways. I guess I don't know if I can still do it or not. I'm just not gonna, because like.
Yeah. Smart move.
It might just kill me, like, you know. I'm scared. I'm scared to try, and that means I can't do it anymore. Half elf tac. Well, this is wait, was it a half elf or halfling? Halfling tactician. Shoot.
Yes, insurgents. Hence why I was bringing up Che Guevara.
All right, fellas, we're gonna go take out this Sauron fellow. Viva la revolution. Let's go.
Friendly Mulligan's anarchist NPC.
I mean,
What, kids?
technically, that is canonically correct. If you read the books, not the movies. Have you guys ever read the Lord of the Rings books?
No.
So in
It's been a very long time.
in the book, they don't kill Saruman.
Yeah.
They just
Wormtongue kills
they just
Saruman.
shun him, and him and
Yep.
Wormtongue go back and basically burn down the Shire and like do a whole bunch of just horrible shit. So then Merry and Pippin go back to the Shire and start a revolution against him. And there's this huge fight, and it's amazing. So this is actually more canonical than there should be credit for.
Yeah, it was like this weird, like, modern fantasy game they were running on Dimension 20. I only saw this thing, and it was like, the mailman who was a halfling,
Okay.
which is funny that it's all comes together. Was like him and his wife were like hardcore anarchists.
Oh, this is Brandon Lee Mulligan, right?
Yeah,
I've
and it's
seen
like,
clips.
kids, laws are there not for us, but for the dominant socio-economic power in the land. And I was like, oh god, he's
Bust.
gone off.
He busts out his Molotov cocktails and like, here.
Yep. Did you have that lit the whole time? The whole time.
I watched the episode actually, and I remember, because I believe it's Fantasy High is where it happens, and if I remember correctly, it's not the mailman, it's a random family that the party runs into in an ice cream shop.
Oh.
They ask them for help, and then like go full disclosure, none of this is strictly legal, and the dad's like, hell yeah, we're in. It was very funny.
I think this is as far as I'm going to get with this character. Because I want to do another one. But this is still pretty good. I'm going to go grab my lunch real quick, and then we'll do another one.
For some reason, I'm getting hardcore like Orm vibes.
Oh yeah, something about the face, I think.
Yep.
And the soft eyes.
There you go. I'll be right back.
That's good. That's very good. Somebody make a meme of that.
Yep.
The internet needs that.
I mean, yeah. If anyone's going to be like living in like an anarcho society, it would be hobbits.
Yeah, totally.
It's like
And,
they like live off the grid in their own little like communities. As far as we know, they don't even have any laws.
yeah, it's pretty much just like family rules. It's kind of wild to me how many, like, I grew up thinking this, but it's wild to me how many people think that anarchy is just about chaos, and when what it is it's about not trusting the government because a government will inevitably become full of people who desire power, and people who desire power cannot be trusted.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more people who are unknowingly fairly anarchic.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I did not know what my political persuasion was for the longest time. Now I am quite certain that I am an anarcho-pacifist, maybe an anarcho-syndicalist.
The glorious.
Yeah, depending on how things go with our next government, that may change to a different kind of anarchist. We shall see.
The glorious evolution.
Okay. know at least one romance author that will not use shirtless men covers because she read about how Henry Cavill basically killed himself for 20 minutes for photos. Yep.
Yeah.
A Warforged bard that is essentially a walking, talking steam calliope. Like the muse?
No, I think the instrument.
Calliope. Multiple machines.
It's like where the circus tune comes from.
Oh.
I mean, not really, but that's kind of what typically was played on. Was a calliope. I think they're like a type of self-playing instrument.
Whistle organ.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's too cool of a name to give to that instrument.
I don't even remember like the name of the circus tune, which is
Yeah, me neither.
like March of the Spartans. It's a weirdly like unusual name for it. I was like, what?
You could probably
Entrance of the
play,
gladiators, yeah.
Yep.
you could probably play something really cool and beautiful on a calliope. It's just not what they're used for currently. And that is frustrating to me. These are probably the best tiger stripes I've ever put on a character. Alright, this is gonna need some color.
Here's the sheriff of the class, Rick.
So good. So good. What was I drawing? Oh, yeah. Steam whistle.
Yep.
Warhorde.
Bunch of pipes sticking out everywhere.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah.
You can cast Fog Cloud as an innate spell.
Fog cloud or fascinate, yeah.
Or if this was Pathfinder, the sound burst spell.
Dude. Beep boop. Kind of like the idea that it's just Calliope.
I do think it's kind of interesting that we often think of like organs as like medieval instruments or like Renaissance instruments, but like they were around in like ancient Roman times.
Really?
Yeah,
How did they power
they
them?
were like water
What?
organs.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So they would have like a tank of water, and someone would be cranking, and it would force air through the pipes.
Barrel organ. That's not right.
Oh, correction. It's not in Roman, it's ancient Greek.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Also referred to as a hydra allos.
Do any exist?
Not intact,
Okay.
but there's
That feels like something that someone would rebuild, you know?
oh yeah, there's definitely people who've rebuilt them. This is like one from the 1st century.
Ooh.
Ooh. This Fender Stratocaster belonged to Jesus Christ.
The miracle is that a carpenter was able to afford one.
Yeah. He spent his teen years in his father's wood shop, just pissing off the neighbors. Hendrix later sampled the riffs for his...
It's that one guy from Bleach.
The guy I'm drawing, or that Drew's drawing?
Yeah. So before you add the little cut for the whistle part, it looked like one of the holified captains.
From the news series?
He has these big, weird bone protrusions from his back.
I need to watch the new stuff.
I've heard mostly good things about it.
It's fine. Captain Unohana's a badass. She rapidly became my favorite character in Bleach.
Which one? The one Corvus is talking about?
The Captain Unohana is she's the captain of the Gotei 13 that specializes in healing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Giant sky whale lady?
Yep.
Yes. But used to
What
be
does your sword
captain
turn
of
into?
Kenpachis.
Yeah, she was the first Kenpachi. The Kenpachis are the captains that are the strongest captain and are obsessed with killing.
Yep. At least the most physically strongest.
Yeah. Anyway. And what they did with her arc is really, really cool. And also, I don't understand why she couldn't just body all the bad guys herself.
She's a pacifist.
Plot.
Oh yeah. I forgot about him. The guy with 69 on his solar plexus.
Yep.
Wow, I don't remember that guy at all. That's weird.
And not from a filler arc either. He's an actual canon character.
Huh. Who fights him?
A
Is
bunch
it-
of people.
Hmm.
So he trains Ichigo for a while with the guy with the really wide lip or mouth with like no lips and all teeth.
And the tongue ring.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, I don't remember any of this. All right,
That's
what's this guy's name?
fine.
Kensei. Kensei. He has like a wind powers. And his like sword transforms into like a little military trench knife.
That's right. Okay. I don't remember him with these weird spikes.
Yeah, that was like in the prequel. Not prequel. Well, yeah. Little flashback when he first holified. And that one dude who helps Ichigo, blonde-haired dude, all time,
Urahara?
had to fight him.
Gotcha. Okay, I vaguely remember that now.
Yep. And like the big mustache dude, like wrapped him in chains and pinned him to the ground. Promise I'm not crazy.
What's up?
I can verify you are not crazy.
Yep. No, it's just like anyone just joining in or probably like, is this dude crazy? Like, no, I promise.
I'm just talking about anime. It's totally normal.
All right.
Oh, we've been going for like 3 hours, so
Yep.
might be good to call it
I-
here.
I got 2 drawings done, and I'm done. I'm out of juice.
Okay. Probably call it, and then we can see about a Friday stream, but I don't know. I don't want to promise, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If we get a Friday stream, awesome. Black Friday stream could be fun.
I probably won't be around.
Don't think Corvus. You said you probably won't be around either, so we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe Saturday I might not be around. That's what I was meaning that time. Just depends on what happens tomorrow and
Yeah.
whether or not I hang out with my family.
Does that mean that in our game Saturday we get to trump Corvus' character down the well next?
Maybe.
I mean,
Down the elevator shaft?
I still think it would behoove you to talk to Jonas. Nope, there's an awake baby. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks for your wonderful suggestions. I still haven't figured out what I want to do for tomorrow's YouTube short. Do we want more dice stuff? Do we want more suggestions? Character creation ideas? Should I just post a picture of baby dragons? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Hit me with your suggestions. Throw them in the Discord. Throw them in the comments. I'll make something up, and we'll figure
get in
it
the
out.
comments.
Get in the comments. But that's all I got. Thanks again for hanging out. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody on Friday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.